In today's video, we'll be going across every single thing that happened this week, the crypto week that happened in the States that is reverberating all over the whole world and affecting everybody in this market. We'll be looking at different altcoins to pay attention to and what we are doing at this momentous time. And the train has not yet quite left the station, giving us ample time for people that have missed trades to hop on this bandwagon to make the most out of this. The next 5 to 6 months will be life-changing and face-melting for a lot of folks. Are you prepared? Are you going to be part of that, taking it? Just watch this video and I'll give you the alpha and I'll take you through it, giving you positions where you can take a trade and make money free in this bullish cycle we have entered. Let's just jump right into the content I have for you today because it's so bullish and everything is just looking very positive in this space. Don't be affected by the red you see across the crypto market today. We see virtuals down 7.9%, Fatcoin down 10%, Sonic down 9.8%, and the whole bunch of tokens are down, apart from a few spots which are up. That is not going to affect us. In fact, that is giving us a lot of momentum and a lot of time for us to load up our bags, a lot of opportunity for those that missed the trade to come on board and to take the ride to Valhalla. Literally, this is what is happening. This is what I see in the chart. Even if something like Ethereum is looking very bullish, now is looking like it's cooling down and is giving us time while it's consolidating for us to take a moment to step back, reorganize our bags and enter the trade. Right now, looking at the Ethereum chart, you see after this run up, it's seeming to cool down. So we expect a pullback to 30 levels that we have put as support. So we expect that to be a support where we would bounce and confirm that as support, giving us a time to enter a trade. Looking at the RSI, of course, we are overbought, incredibly overbought. So we expect a pullback, which is very healthy for this market and time for us to enter a trade. Looking at the fear and greed index, what do we see? We are still in greed territory at 73. Looking at the liquidation levels on exchange of Bitcoin, you see there's a whole lot of shorts expected in the market. Traders are putting shorts more than longs, so everybody is kind of expecting a pullback. Similarly for Ethereum, you can see there's a whole lot of shorts in the market, so most folks out there are preparing for a pullback to support levels. This is what we're anticipating for. Also in Bitcoin, you see we are printing a red candle right now on the 4-hourly chart, so we expect a pullback. But one thing I'm looking at this is we don't want a pullback lower than the lower low that we have printed at 115. Although we are expecting a pullback around the $115,000 levels, between the $115,000 levels and the $112,000 levels, which will be very healthy for us before we make a move to the upside, because we have the CME gap open around the $115,000 to $112,000 levels. We also have the structure of that because of where all the Fibonacci extensions have shown us in the past. Those are the levels we have been watching at, and those are the levels that we are expecting for a healthy pullback before we continue the bullish run. Because if you look at it from a daily time frame perspective, that is what you see coming on the Bitcoin chart. But let's just jump right into a lot of fundamentals, because the chart is kind of boring today. It's not really giving us anything to work on. Looking at the MACD also, you see it is pointing sideways. So we expect that to happen in Bitcoin. Even the money flow is already declining on Bitcoin. So much money moving. And again, we are in the weekend already where there's less volatility. So volatility brings about maybe even a spike to support levels on Bitcoin. So this is what we are expecting on Bitcoin chart. And Ethereum, just kind of like a wait and see, consolidating approach. Of course, you are welcome if you are comfortable trading on lower time frames where it's easy also to get chopped out. But if that works for you, then that is also well and good. We just jump right into a lot of things. Like, it must have been clear to everybody, if you are checking on crypto Twitter, President Trump has officially signed Crypto Genius Act into law. So we just...
Hello, fellas. Which is up.
Congratulations to everyone who has been in this space for all these years, grinding daily, looking at charts, taking ahead, even after all the fraud, everything being thrown at us, we are here. But this is historical that we are watching. President Trump has passed this, and he's still, in his comments, he mentioned things like, I don't really need to play everything, but he mentioned things like crypto has made dollar look really strong and powerful. And he's also saying crypto is only going further under his administration, and you're going to do well. Of course, all of us expect to do well. And look at what Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong is also saying, that the Genius Act into law, signing the Genius Act into law, will be the official start of the next financial revolution in the US. This is what we're seeing. Robinhood CEO Vlad Tenev is saying crypto and AI will shape the future of every industry. This is what is going on. Everybody is incredibly bullish. I hope you are bullish. Let's listen to the VanEck on talking about the stablecoin bill and talking about every company, every big company will use stablecoins to lower costs. Literally. What is he saying? Crypto will be everywhere. Watch out, guys.
As an asset manager yourself, do you read this bill as a way to broadly expand the industry in one day that, if it hasn't already, is going to affect VanEck clients?
It's affecting a lot of parts of the market. If you just look at what's happened this week so far, we started off with bank earnings. It's earnings season. And the bank CEOs, what are they talking about? They're talking about bringing out stable coins. So you don't really need to know what a stable coin is. I agree that, but it can be behind the scenes, but it will be affecting all the brand name companies that are part of the indices. So not just banks, but you see Uber talking about using stable coins. They're going to use it to lower costs. Because right now the credit card system, which is what a lot of people use, is expensive for people.
So this is like a running theme. Remember when Drew Mattis yesterday talked about how the 3% surcharge fees aren't included in CPI and how mad everyone's getting and everyone's using cash? The argument many are making for stable coins is that they'll disintermediate. So you don't have to pay the 3% to Visa, whether you're the merchant or the consumer. I sort of feel like people are going to get their money somehow, one way or do you know what I'm saying? But I don't know exactly how that all shakes out, but I'd love to think, oh yeah, just use stable coins. You don't have to pay the 3%. But I'm like, they're gonna figure out.
Well, look, there's some embedded costs in the system, right? Fraud is one of them, and it doesn't matter what technology you use. If there's money there, fraudsters will try to find it, and that's one of the big costs of the banking system and the checkout.
Yeah.
We don't need to watch the whole full video. You can watch it. You can subscribe to Crypto Arrows and watch the full video, which is just 2 minutes 54, about 3 minutes long. But this is just showing us and it's telling us bullish times are ahead. It has literally started. Altcoin season has started. Stablecoins is going to become the new rails of global payments. A lot of people are still going to come on board, are coming once all this is signed and is this into law, and this will be used by every financial company all over the world. Imagine how much money it is coming to crypto. So all of you that are in this space, pack your bags. We are going to Valhalla, literally, because faster, cheaper, and borderless payments is coming, and the future is here. We are the future. We are part of the future, literally. And what do we see that is already happening with Ethereum, with everything? Let's look at Ethereum. Sharply Gaming acquired another additional 4,904 Ethereum, valued at 17.45 million. And this company has accumulated a total of 157,140 Ethereum at an average purchase of 3,136 Ethereum. These guys are stacking Ethereum. That's like the Michael Saylor of ETH already here. Ethereum is going bullish, which we have indicated in chat. We have been pointing this out for the past 1 week. We know where Ethereum is going. Ethereum is the backbone layer. It's pretty much the silver to Bitcoin's gold. And Ethereum will melt faces. Not only Ethereum, we are more even interested in a lot of altcoins, layer 2s on Ethereum rails. Imagine what those ones will do. Those are the ones we are even more interested in. Things like Chainlink, things like Arbitrum, Optimism. We can continue to name a whole plethora of them. That's not to forget also other layer ones like XRP, XLM, HBAR, Chainlink. They will be very, very good and they will print numbers. Avalanche, like we can go on and go on and go on mentioning very good coins that will do very well in this era. And this is just to give you a fun and to see what ETH holders are doing. You know, they are so proud, literally. This is how Ethereum holders are looking right now. Very proud, puffing up their chest because they know what's coming. We know what's coming. We know what's coming. We know what it's about. And we are here to make money and to capitalize on all of this. So puff out your chest. Be proud of yourselves. We are at the right space. We are confident and we are going to enter our trades. We look for validation of our thesis when we hit support levels. Those are the times at 3,422 for us to enter a long on Ethereum. Also for Bitcoin, we are looking for a confirmation of a support of between around the levels of $115,000 levels and $112,000 levels before we enter a long trade on Bitcoin. This is the video I have for you today. I hope you guys are here taking advantage of this momentous time to make money and to join us on our journey from zero to Ferrari. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.